Facebook ads, they're working better than ever right now. How do I know? Well, for every dollar that my company spends on ads, we return $5 in revenue consistently, and we have been for years. Facebook ads work. It's your strategy that doesn't. I spent some time on YouTube looking up Facebook ad strategies, and pretty much all I found were things on targeting and how to use the Facebook ads platform. That stuff is easy. Honestly, you can hire someone on Fiverr to run your ads. What you need to be focused on is strategy. Specifically, three things. These three things, whenever I audit a client's ad account, these are the three things that I always see for the reason why they fail. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what these three things are, and even better, I'm going to take you live over the shoulder for one of my friend's businesses, how I helped him set up his Facebook ads, literally only doing these three things, and how we are now generating leads for him, phone call leads for less than $30 each. And we did that within a week. So if you are struggling to get your Facebook ads profitable or get them to convert, you do not want to miss this video. I promise you it is full of gems. Let's get into it. The House of Transformation is a gym here in Miami. It's owned by a couple of friends of mine who helped me out with a lot of things. So I decided to give them a week of my time to help them get their acquisition on track. They had been working with a very well-known and reputable agency, I won't name names, who specializes in gym marketing, and the ads that they were running were complete dog. Even this very reputable company was making these three cardinal sins. So let's talk about what these are real quick. Cardinal sin number one, running your ads under the impression that people care about your product or service. That's number one. Number two, terrible offer that nobody cares about. And number three, not nearly enough creative assets. Now I'm going to unpack all three of these specifically, and I'm going to do so through the lens of House of Transformation. I'm going to show you what they were doing before, show you how within a week we were able to come in and get these three things cleaned up, and now generating leads very, very cheaply, very effectively, and very high quality that are actually turning into paying customers for them. All right, so let's start diving deep into these mistakes that I know you're making. Mistake number one, thinking that people care about your product or service. Now, to me, this is the number one reason ads fail. People don't care about you. They don't care about your business. They don't care about your product. They care about themselves. And this is really the key to all ads. They could be persuaded to be interested in your business or your product or your service if you can properly map that to a problem or a pain point that they have. So what this means in its simplest form is that pretty much all brands start ads with like TV commercials. This is what we do. This is who we are. This is what we offer. This is our service. This is our product. I don't care about that. Nobody does. If somebody's scrolling down their Instagram or Facebook feed, they don't care about your business or product. Again, they care about themselves. So what you have to be able to do is you have to be able to understand exactly who your target customer is, what problems, what pain points you're having, and then mapping that and massaging that into ads that can relate to them on their terms. Now, in a second, I'm going to dive into Facebook Ads Manager and actually show you before and after the ads for House of Transformation. But real quick, what I want to look at is this very impactful diagram.
Hey, real quick, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post weekly content only for my subscribers, like links to my private Slack channel, office hours, and free access to marketing templates and tools. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell.
This is a chart adapted from Eugene Schwartz's book, Breakthrough Advertising. If you have not read it, it is one of the most impactful things that you can do for any of your marketing and sales. And it was written about 100 years ago, and it still rings true now more today than ever. So if you are not familiar with the 5 levels of awareness, which is a key part of his book, let me run you through it real quick, right? So starting over here on the right side, right, we have people that are unaware, people who have no idea what you do. They have no idea what problems you solve, what your product is or your services, etc., right? This is what I like to call cold audiences on Facebook. This is where a large majority of your success is going to happen. These are people who have no idea who you are, and this is the only way that you can get ad campaigns to scale, if you can successfully reach these people and bring them into your ecosystem. The next one down the ladder here is people who are problem aware. So people who know that they have a problem, right? So for example, when we're talking the context of gyms, they know that, they're out of shape, or that they're overweight, or that they have love handles, or that they're not eating healthy. They know that they have a problem, right? But they do not currently know what the solution is or want to take action on what that solution is, which is the one down the line. So solution aware people is, again, people who are aware that gyms exist, but they have not made the decision to go into a gym or to start a program or to start working out, or that there's home workouts available, all the above. They know that there's a solution, but they have not chosen to act on that yet. The next one down is product aware. So now they are aware of your product, of your service, of your gym, of your workout program. But again, they have not chosen to take action on it. And then people down here are most aware. These are people that maybe have been to your gym. Maybe they've been through your consultation process before. They become a lead before. These are people all the way down at what I call the bottom of the funnel. And this is very similar to a funnel model. It's just laid out in a little bit different, right? People over here at the top of the funnel cold. And then as you move down this stages of awareness, you're moving down the acquisition funnel or down the awareness funnel, right? All these things really kind of map together. But to me, in this context, this is the most impactful because, again, where most companies start, 9 times out of 10, I promise you, when I audit an account, they start with product aware ads. They say, oh, we want to talk about us. We want to talk about all our features, all our benefits, all the cool things that we do. Like, no. Nobody gives a shit about that. What do people care about? They care about themselves and they care about the problems that they're having. So what we need to start with is those problems. If you have not gone through a problem identification, just pain point identification of your target customer. When I mean your target customer too, I don't mean like, oh, Jenny likes to listen to Pandora on the weekends and listens to Oprah. Like that stuff doesn't matter. What matters is pain. Why does pain matter? Because pain is the greatest motivation in humans. Fear, anxiety, pain. This is what motivates people to take action, right? So if we can dig into those pains, into those problems, then we can get them to be interested in our ads and in our content. And then once we properly identify those problems and bring them into our ecosystem, then we can start to introduce our solutions. Then we can start to introduce our products because we have their attention and they have opted in through the different levels of engagement that we can track through advertising now, that they have engaged with that. They've shown a level of interest. They've engaged with the ad. They've opted in. They've chosen to get more information. Then we can start to introduce our solutions and our products after that. So to simplify this, especially when it comes to a local gym, because we can't run, all these different types of ads. There's just no budget. There's really just 2 ads that you need. You need problem ads, right, that are going after the problem. And then product ads, right? Your traditional commercials that you can run as remarketing ads to anyone who has shown some level of engagement with you before. Somebody who's been to the website, somebody who has followed you on Instagram, somebody who sent you a message on Instagram. Then we can run product level ads, right? So you can see here on the bottom too, what we've done is we've mapped the type of copy or the type of ads that you can run with these levels of awareness. So when it comes to on the right-hand side over here, the top funnel, right? We want to run stories. Stories run really well. So personal stories, right? Customer stories, customer journeys, people that have been through the program before, we tell their story through the scope of the problem framing. I'm going to show you exactly how we do that with actual ads. Benefits and anxieties. Anxieties are huge here, right? Again, pain points, fears, anxieties. So we really want to drill into. So an example of that, right, is instead of saying, hey, come into our gym and claim your free workout session, which is what everyone does, we drill into the anxieties, right? Like, why would somebody want to come into the gym? What are they feeling, right? We live here in Miami, so we can get super specific. This is a very vain city. Everyone here is in great shape. Everyone here takes care of themselves. That's a fear and anxiety, especially if you are a woman or a male. Those are different fears and anxieties. Those are different pain points, right? About how people want to look, about how they want to feel about themselves. So we can speak to those and drill into those and speak to them while introducing them to the service and product and solutions that we have for them. So that's crash course on the 5 stages of awareness. Now what I want to do is jump over to Facebook and show you the ads that they were running before. This was an ad that they were running before for a free 21-day challenge. Again, this is coming from the agency, not from House of Transformation. They were doing everything that the agency was telling them to do. And I'm going to tell you within the first sentence why I hate this so much. Free 21-day transformation challenge. Help test our newest program. Within the first sentence, what are they doing? They're talking about us, our newest program. Test our program. We're looking for people who want to test drive our program and give us feedback on our program. Help us improve. Let us use their testimonials. Leave good reviews. These are all things talking about the business. We're not talking about the customer. We're not talking about their pain points. We're not talking about any benefits even that they would get from coming and doing. This is all me. It needs to be you. So that's what they were doing before. Now let me show you the little process that I put them through to help them to flush out how to get to where they needed to be. So I use something, it's a copywriting framework, it's a problem framework, it's just called problem, agitate, solution, right? You identify the problem, you agitate the problem, and then you provide the solution. It's our copywriting framework. But in order to get there, what I did with them is I literally just had them go through and start to list out some of the problems that their target customers are having, and specifically to really dig into. I think this is important in noting, talking about the target customer, right? When I say target customer, people can go all sorts of down different wormholes. If you Google it, you'll get some garbage HubSpot stuff about, again, like, this is Jean. She's 42 years old. She lives in Minnesota. Like that's cool, right? But like as a business owner, you need to know exactly, again, who your target customer is and really kind of being able to generalize around who that person is, not necessarily their psychographic stuff in terms of psychographic targeting. And again, this is where people mess up on Facebook. They're like, oh, because on Facebook we can target by like what podcasts they listen to, so therefore I have to define that. It's too much, because just because we go to the same gym and we're there for the same common goal, which is to do X, which we're going to talk about in a second, that doesn't mean that we have the same personal interests, right? We're bound by the same fact that we go to the same gym, and we're there to do the same thing, which is to build muscle, to burn fat. And again, this is what I'm talking about, is knowing your target customer. What is their specific goal for coming to your gym, right? And that's when you can start to segment your audience a little bit between male and female, right? And then within that too, right, two of the things that we have here, one of them is like postpartum. They identified that they had been getting a few referrals in from women who were postpartum to get, to start working on their bodies, to get back into shape, to start feeling better, and start all these different things after postpartum, right? So that is one problem that we can come up with, right? Getting back into shape after having a baby, getting your confidence back after having a baby. That's even better, right? Because when we say the problem is getting back into shape, that's very general. There's no feeling or emotion tied back into that. Getting your confidence back after having a baby, that's a feeling, that's an emotion, right? These are things that, again, we can tap into with these ads and with our marketing, that can really start to have much more of an impact than, hey, come do our free 21-day challenge, right? That's not the way that we want to do it. So literally just starting by fleshing out what some of these problems look like for their target customers. And then the other one that we really came up with for the most part was really honing in on women, because when they looked at their customer base, 80% of their gym is women. And for the most part, also listening to their sales conversations that they have with people. A lot of women come in and they asking about booty building programs. Everyone wants to have a bigger butt these days, especially here in Miami, blah, blah, whatever. So really honing in on that problem and focusing in on turning that into, which we'll talk about in part 2, which is offers. So we fleshed out some things here just in terms of writing out problems, having an empathetic statement that goes along with this, especially in the fitness space. I think this is important, that empathy is really important in marketing. We don't want to push things that are overly appearance driven, right? We want to meet people where they are, especially at an empathetic level. We always want to show empathy, right? So we don't want to say something like, get your body back after having a baby. That's a little bit unempathetic, but something more along the lines of having a baby is hard on your body, right? That's an empathetic statement. There's much more empathy in that, but it conveys the same thing. Having a baby is hard. It's hard to get back in shape. That's a customer story that we could use, right? When we're talking about the 5 stages, using that at the front instead of saying, hey, come in for our baby, get your body back after a baby challenge. We can use a customer story saying having a baby is hard and getting back into shape is an emotional, stressful journey. That is the way that we want to lead into, with an empathetic statement, with a relatable story, but also, again, focusing on the core problem, which is that getting the confidence back after having a baby. It's not about what we offer. It's about them. It's about the problem that they are having. Hopefully you're starting to feel this a little bit more. And as I show you the ads that we created for them, which I'm going to do in part 2 of this, you're going to understand, you're going to feel the difference in the ads. You're going to feel how it's about you, not about me. So that was reason number 1 why your ads are failing, is because your ads are about you and they're not about your customer. So reason number 2 is because your offer stinks. So I need to quickly define offers, because it gets thrown around and misconstrued in the marketing space all the time. I define 2 types of offers, and this is critical for advertising successfully. Number 1 is the macro offer or the business offer. So this is the vehicle which begins the exchange of value, business, for dollars from the customer. It's what attracts potential customers to your business. It details who we're targeting, what they want, and how we'll help them get there. So from a gym's point of view, is we help, through the context of the offers that we're going to talk about and create, but we help women, get their confidence back after having a baby, right? Through intense workout programs and like one-on-one support from a female coach, something like that, right? Or we help men build muscle and get lean, something like that, right? That's a business offer. That's literally what they're paying you for that outcome, for that pain point that they're having. That's part 1. That's the macro offer. And you have to have that identified too, because a lot of times people are like, yeah, we're a gym, we help people get in shape. It's not specific enough. And when you're not specific in today's market, where things are saturated and there's so many different options, you're not going to get people's attention, right? If you're just like, we're a gym, we help people get in shape, not specific enough. And you can segment these things too based on your marketing. If you service both men and women, which pretty much all gyms do, that's fine. But you can come up with different sub offers that can help to bring people in through the language, through the verbiage, which then cascades naturally down into your ads and into your marketing. So that way you're not just running, again, like commercial style ads where it's like, hey, we're House of Transformation, we help people get in shape. Like, yeah, no shit, so what? Like, but if it's different, if it's here at House of Transformation, we help women like get that perfect peach ready for summertime, you know, like it's just a different energy. It's a different vibe. And again, it really helps to attract the right type of people in. And then you can also match that with audience targeting on Facebook to get extra lethal. So the other types of offers is what we call a micro offer or a marketing offer. And these are the offers that we use to bring people into our ecosystems with the ultimate goal of selling our macro offer. So this is what that other company was trying to do with that free 21-day transformation. This is a micro offer. A micro offer, again, is what begins that exchange of value. You know, it allows us to capture the customer's information, but the offer was shit, right? Because the offer didn't help them to do anything. It didn't help them to do anything aside from inform us about how to improve our product, which nobody cares about doing. So it's really, really, really important that we understand what the pain points are and that we can take that macro offer pain point, turn it into micro offer pain point, so we can get people off of Facebook and into our ecosystem, or AKA generating leads. All right, so I jumped back over into Facebook ads platform so I can show you the actual offer that we decided to run. So this is one of the many ads that we set up for them. And the offer that we're running here, again, it's distinctly different, right? So I don't really love long form copy in this type of space. To me, the most important thing is the first sentence. And what this sentence says is House of Transformation is here to get that peach right for bikini season, right? So this is a booty building program that we're running. The headline here says, tired of not seeing your peach grow. Again, the pain point that we identified from listening to customers is that they come in, they want a bigger butt. So we're just going to address that directly. And this is the landing page that we're running to. It's a very simple ClickFunnels page. It just says the ultimate booty building program. We always want to make sure that the landing page is consistent and congruent with what we're running on Facebook. Then I call out the fact that this is in Miami. Miami, sculpt the perfect peach of your dreams, guaranteed. If you don't see a change, then the training is on us. Book your free assessment. We always like to put in some sort of guarantee. It just really helps to drive home the fact that, you know, there's a lot of garbage gyms out there and we're willing to put our money where our mouth is. It says the location of a studio. This is always really important, you know, when you're running local based traffic. And then we have a testimonial here from a huge influencer who works out at the gym. And then the offer here just gets name, email, phone number. Really important to get their phone number, and, you know, put a little call to action here. It says we'll text you the details so they're comfortable giving their phone number. You always want to get phone number. This is a sales model. Email's not enough. You got to get their phone number so you can text them and call them right away. Within really, I tell them, the client, within an hour, you need to call them or text them, or it's pretty much gone. So after that, it just goes to a quick thank you page here, which has a video from the founder here talking about the assessment that they're going to get, and then some more to just basically like social proof down here from transformations that people have gone through. So that's really it when it comes to the offer. It's very simple. The ad is also very short and simple. Again, it just goes into the main hook here, which ties into the problem, the headline that ties into the problem, and then a few simple benefits of what they get, the guarantee, and then the location. And the creative is really what it's all about in this. We use video for all of our ads. You know, you can use images, but video just plays a lot better, in my opinion. Well, actually, the data shows it's not just my opinion. This is just one of the trainers just filmed on an iPhone going through the actual booty program while also doing a voiceover talking about, you know, different tips and like some training styles. And this is the video that's one of the winners that's performed the best and driving the most leads. So again, hopefully what you feel from that when it comes to the offer, it's about putting together what their problem is and then creating a vehicle or an offer that brings them in through that problem and pain point. Again, it's not about us, it's about them. What is it that they want? What is it they want to achieve? And what is an offer vehicle that we can put together to just pull that interest off of Facebook and into our ecosystem? So that's point number 2, is fixing your offer. Point number 3 is that you are not using enough creative. What I mean by that is you're not coming up with enough ad concepts. You're not coming up with videos. You're not coming up with enough images. For us, you know, we put together a minimum of 10 creative assets. That's videos and images before running any campaign. That all needs to be accompanied with copy. That needs to be accompanied with a landing page that ties directly to whatever we're talking about and what the offer is. You don't need a lot of landing pages. Honestly, landing pages are easy to test and kind of iterate over time. Start simple and build on it over time. Figure out what drives clicks first from Facebook, and then you can move to figuring out what converts on the landing page. The key though is getting that creative into Facebook's machine, getting it to learn. The more creative the assets that we give it, the more that it will learn, and the more that it will keep the ads fresh, because people get annoyed and the Facebook algorithms wants to serve more and more content to people, and it wants to test things too. And that's really where we're at with Facebook. And that's why I said it's not hard to run ads anymore, because the Facebook algorithm is so smart and intelligent. It pretty much knows before what you upload whether it's going to work or not. So the more assets that we give it, the more it can test, and the more that we'll get it dialed in very quickly. So when you look at this campaign that we did with House specifically, You can see we came up with 5 different pieces of creative. I just showed you the one with the trainer that was going through the boutique program. This one here is from a customer that where it was talking about how the gym helped her get ready for her wedding, right? So that's another one that we went with, another angle that we went with. This one here. And again, you can see how the hook changes. House Transformation makes it clear, easy, so you can literally just show up. Hook here, want to get in shape but don't know how. This is just another kind of little customer video that they put together from a girl who works out there. Very simple, very straightforward. Again, all filmed on the iPhone, right? A lot of you are going to be like, oh, well, I don't have the ability to do this. These are all filmed on iPhones and just edited together with a professional editor, right? It's really, really important. This is another one. Help you hit the reset button, get back to where you were, having a hard time getting back into shape. Again, problem, pain point with women. This one's the postpartum one that we put together. This is the customer story one of one of the gym members who went there. And then the final one here, important life event. We went through that one. This is just another girl who's going through here talking about the workouts that she's done here. So the company before was literally only running 2 different pieces of creative and just burning it out. We have 5 different pieces of creative here running. Very low budgets per day. We're really not spending that much. We've only spent a total of $528. And again, we've generated almost 20 leads off of that, all with phone calls. All people have responded, all very, very good leads. And the reasoning is simple. It's because we understand exactly who they are. We understand what their problems are. We understand what their pain points are. We're creating content for them. We're building offers for them. And we are serving multiple different pieces of creative so Facebook can pick it up on it and it can really match it with the right audiences. Everything after that, when it comes to audience targeting, when it comes to all that stuff, it's not hard. We're literally just dropping a pin in Miami, 5-mile radius around it, and saying anyone who's into anything fitness related or anything gym related, these are the people that we want to run to. And that's it. We're running this all the cold audiences. These are not going to warm audiences. These are all going to brand new people who have no idea, who are in the unaware stage. They're in the problem aware stage. Again, people all the way up the funnel like we talked about. They're not down the funnel. They have no idea what House of Transformation is. And we're picking up people for $30 to cold traffic for a gym. It's pretty incredible if you think about it. With phone call leads, people saying, I'm interested in this specific program because you understand who I am, you understand what my problem is, what my pain point is, and you have a very good solution for it, it seems, and I'm interested in coming in for more information. And that's it. If you can fix those 3 things with your ads, I'm telling you, make the ads about them, not you. Fix your offer, make it about them, not you. Tie it to a pain point. Number 3, put together way more creative. I promise you, your Facebook ads will turn around and everything after that. Then you can get into targeting the details, custom audiences, all that stuff. But if you can't get your ads to convert to cold audiences, it's never going to work for you anyways. You're just going to have very short-lived campaigns that burn out very quickly and are not overly profitable. So that's all I got for this video. As always, if you like this, please hit the like, subscribe button, drop me some comments, and I'll see you in the next video.